Hey everybody, Mehdaoui here, live with you, and today I would like to talk to you about the simple three ways that you can monetize social media. And I got a question for you. Do you find yourself in a situation you may have a great company, a great product, great service, or you may want to even sell a book or something that you yourself have developed? You might find yourself struggling. You just don't know where to begin and how to start. Well, social media is a great avenue in a way that you can monetize it right away and literally see people coming to you and saying, hey, I'm willing to give you money for whatever it is that you have. Is three simple steps that I kind of summed up for you. And I hope that this information is going to add value to whatever it is that you are doing. And first and foremost, welcome. If this is your very first time listening or watching any of our training videos or audios, we'd like to welcome you. Please make sure you share this with somebody, because there are many people who may be suffering in silence right now, just not knowing what to do, how to do it, or when to do it. And you can bless them with this information so they can redirect whatever it is that they're doing wrong and be able to have the right process for themselves. And let's get right into it, shall we? So the first thing that I want to talk to you about, the first step is focus. What are you focusing on? I mean, do you focus on the things that you can control, or do you focus on the things that you just cannot control? See, the reality is many people unfortunately focus on the fact that they don't have resources. They focus on the fact that they can't do certain things instead of focusing on their gifts and talents and what's available to them and maximizing that to its fullest potential. They actually only focus on what they don't have or what they lack. Now, unfortunately, what does that do? It actually puts them in a major negative state of mind. Yesterday, if you listened or watched any of our training videos or audios, you would have heard when we talked about the state of mind is an incredible component of having a major breakthrough. So do you focus on what you have, or do you focus on what you're missing? Do you walk around telling everybody, oh, I don't have this and I don't have that? Because, you know, energy spreads out and people feel it. You don't have to speak. People know exactly what you're going through just because of the way you are carrying yourself. So do you focus on the past, the future, or the present? See, the majority of the people who are accidental entrepreneurs, as my mentor calls them at times, they fall short because they're focused on their past. They focus on their failures. They focus on the things they could not do right, or what they failed at, or whatever the case may be. Majority of entrepreneurs focus on the present. Hey, what can I fix and control right now? But the successful ones have a vision. They focus on the future. So your focus has to be in the future, in the possibilities, because unless you are working forward the future, the growth, the possibilities that are coming back to you with a lot of greatness, unfortunately you are going to be stuck in what I like to call the funk. And that funk is just going to hurt your mindset, it's going to hurt your attitude, and therefore it's going to hurt your business. So the very first step to monetizing social media is focus, because that'll give you clarity on your message, on your brand, or your name, or whatever it is that you want to present. The second thing is what you actually want. You're going to have to write that down. You know, what is it that you want? Why are you even in business? You know, we talk all the time about that reason why, that purpose, that mission that drove you to say, I'm going to do something extra outside my livelihood. I'm going to do something more than I'm already doing right now. Whatever that is, document it, write it down, make it a goal, and make it thresholds, and go from the smallest or the easiest access to the hardest, and kind of prioritize it. And you'll understand why I'm getting to that, because again, I personally wrote down on my priority list, I want to make sure that I have financial security for my family. I want to make sure that I have abundance in my life. I want to make sure that health is where it needs to be. And you start identifying for yourself, okay, what can I do to adjust to work towards these goals? But here is why it's important to write it down. It's to tell a story. See, when you start telling a story, when you welcome people into your journey and you start sharing with people every single day, I had passion of writing a book. I had passion of coaching people. I had passion of building businesses. I had passion of motivating the masses, in influencing them to the right things out of their lives. that story allowed people to feel like they're part of my journey. And the more I was sharing and documenting that journey of the things that I wanted to achieve, my struggles, my things that I failed at, it ended up being a coaching moment for them. It ended up being where they reached out to me and said, hey, I would like for you to teach me how you had to overcome that. I'd like for you to show me how you made money on social media. I'd like for you to show me this. And it brings you to whatever, again, whatever you want. It doesn't have to be coaching. It could be, I don't know, cupcakes. It could be, you want to be a mechanic. It could be real estate. Whatever it is that you are into, just make sure you're right. What is it that you want out of it? And share that story daily. And as you're sharing your thresholds, you're sharing your success stories, people are going to reach out to you and say, I want to be part of that. And that allows you to actually bring people into your journey. Now, by doing that, here's what's going to happen. You're going to start developing a story, a culture, a following, which is going to come together with a brand. People are going to know you as someone or as a name, right? So the only way, in my humble opinion, to build nowadays, in our age that we are living in, to build a successful online business is by having an established brand. And here's why I'm sharing this with you. I've been in network marketing for going on 9 years right now. I've been an entrepreneur and I've tried traditional businesses. At one point, my family and I had upwards of 7 different traditional businesses, right? I've been in the outside sales, direct sales. I've been in the consulting gig. And here's the thing that I'll tell you. If it wasn't for building my brand name, my Mehdaoui enterprise that has expanded over 9 different countries, we've launched a book that's done phenomenally well, and we've had companies, Inc. 500 companies, multi-million-dollar companies reach out to us and say, hey, we would like for you to establish for our organization, our company, those fundamentals that you've done for yourself and for your brand. And obviously, sometimes they had resources much bigger than I had, but they allowed themselves to implement the things that have worked for me to build, multiple 6 figures per year or whatnot, to actually have it for themselves as well. So it is all about building a brand. And a brand is simply this. It is an extension of who you are. That is why you have to write down those things that you want to establish for yourself. That's why you have to share it and document it and make people part of your journey, because they become attracted to you. I'll give you a stupid example that will make this sense for you. You watch reality TV show. Why do you watch reality TV show? Now, you may say it's entertaining. It's not just that. There's people who, they wake up, they eat, they go and shop, they jump in the pool, they fight and argue, and then they make up and forgive one another and they do it again. And you're sitting right there in front of your television and watching it all unfold because they allowed you to be part of that journey. Now, in between, what are they doing? Promoting their brands, their names, and then when it comes to selling a product or opening a new store or what have you, they monetize big time. So that is why, for the same concept that you are watching reality TV show in this day and age, we live in the information age, ladies and gentlemen. We live in the social media age. So if you are not taking advantage of social media and branding yourself, do you understand that a device that you have in your home right now is allowing you to have your own channel, your own show? Myself, tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, like we do every Tuesday, we have the ME show that we air and we educate, and it averages 1,000 to 2,000 viewers every single week. Guess what? I have my own show, my own platform. You can do the same exact thing, but I will tell you, unless 100% of the time you build a brand that has a promise behind it, that has a culture identified with it, that has a problem that you are solving continually day in and day out, you are not going to be able to capture that overall process itself. And whatever it is that you present online and offline has to be around that brand, has to be around that story. And, the reality is this: people are going to buy you before they buy your product or service. So if they don't know you truly from a genuine, authentic, real human element, they're not going to connect with you. And if they don't connect with you, whenever you say, hey, I'd like for you to take a look at something for me, or would you evaluate my business? Can you try my product? They're just not going to give you that ability, because when they know you, they trust you. When they trust you, eventually they love you. And when they love you, whenever you say, hey, I got something I want you to be part of, they'll be more than willing to go forward with that process. And these are my 3 keys or steps to monetize in social media. So just as a recap, 1, focus. Focus. I mean, you have to be completely eliminating to all distractions. You have to focus. 2, what do you want? Document it, write it down, and allow people to be part of your journey, where you're doing essentially a virtual diary, where people are actually going part of your story. And guess what? They start to trust you, they start to connect with you, they start to learn with you. And then last but not least is build your brand, which, by the way, if you have not heard, April 12th, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, I'm doing a complimentary webinar all about how to build an international brand. My wife and I have been very, very blessed that we've built a little bit of a nest for ourselves over the last 9 years, and we're both home. This is what we do day in and day out, and I'd like to welcome you, it's complimentary, but you can register at workwithali.com/strategy. That is workwithali.com/strategy, and you can register and claim your seat. This is going to be about an hour and a half, almost 2-hour webinar. We've done it in 5-hour workshop style, but this is not going to be a workshop. But nonetheless, we've charged certain companies anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 for this content that I'll be giving out, absolutely complimentary. So I look forward to seeing the successful, the entrepreneurials, the incredible-minded people who are hoping to have an exit strategy at whatever it is that they want to get out of. I'd like to welcome you. And remember, tonight, Tuesday, April 11th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, the ME Show is premiering its 2nd season, episode 1, and I got a good one coming for you. So we will see you soon. Thank you for joining us, whether you are on the live broadcast or you are on our podcast. We appreciate you, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care, everybody.